on before we run out of time. We're gonna have an open discussion on this game. The Arsenal, the big game, the Arsenal versus Manchester United one. Where Arsenal won 3-2, of course. We all know that. And I'm gonna throw it. I'm gonna go to the Arsenal fan here and say, just quickly ask him again. How do you feel about the league?
Honestly, I'm really excited. You know,
Do you
every
feel like you're
weekend.
gonna win it?
I said it last week. Yes,
Yeah,
we're gonna
I'm
win the
just checking
league.
again. Just checking again.
Yes, I still stand with what I said last week. I can't
Okay.
go back on my word. But
Oh.
one thing that I can say, it's not gonna be. It's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be filled with twists and turns. I'm not saying that we're gonna remove from number one. Number one, we're gonna keep that position, but it's gonna be tricky
All
because
right.
our next 2 games, okay, not 2 games, 3 games. And like February is an interesting month. Honestly, it's very interesting.
All right. And then I'm gonna go to the United fans now. And I'm gonna throw this one to Pretty, who you were there on Thursday. We're discussing the whole Casemiro thing. He was not missed, right?
Yes. Yeah, it was definitely missed.
Okay.
But I said it, dog. I said it. Playing Scott, it's dog. He committed so many mistakes. The same thing which I said on Thursday that it's gonna happen. It did happen actually. Whenever Scott is caught out of position, he doesn't know what to do. Actually, you understand. So that what gave Arsenal so many chances, more especially that side of Saka. Actually, there was no one to cover Luke Shaw. Actually, you know, Casemiro does cover his defenders. Actually, so Scott wasn't there at all. I said it that you need someone with energy. They should have played Fred for me. You understand? Play Fred with Scott. It was gonna be a solid midfield. But then it was a beautiful game, though. It was a beautiful game. It wasn't a painful loss. You saw that the team did try to fight. They did fight up until the end, actually. Even though, Terence, with all due respect, both teams deserved a draw. That wasn't a goal. We saw all of us. But then...
Okay, we're gonna get to that.
Yeah, we can leave it for Thursday.
Right.
We can leave it for Thursday.
We're gonna get to that.
Yeah, but then it was a beautiful game. It was a beautiful game. Hopefully Arsenal can beat City. If they win a game against City, definitely they're winning the league. No one is chasing them.
All right. BK, your thoughts. I'm also gonna bring this back to Pretty also. Pretty talked about the Casemiro thing, protecting the wing back. You were pissed at Shaw the whole game. You are not happy about that. So do you also agree that if Kes was there, then things would have been a bit different?
Man, that's what he gives you. So work is the Champions League winner, experience, definitely more experience than McTominay. He has big boots to fill, McTominay on the day. But I feel like because every time you see Saka cutting in, Eriksen was on Saka. So maybe it was an instruction from the coach. I'm not sure what was going on there because Scott dropped back in between the center backs, if you can watch the replays, and then Eriksen would take on Saka right at the edge of the box. And of course, Shaw, I was upset with him because, as Rio said after the game, it's like he played with fear because he never made a move towards Saka. Always let Saka into the box, give him time to pick a pass, and it killed us. It killed us. The goal that Saka scored, he should not be scoring from that position, not at all. So yeah, well, I was upset with Shaw. Didn't play well for me defensively. Could have been worse because Saka had a lot of opportunities, a lot of space to pick out a lot of good passes from that side. Could have been worse, but it wasn't. But yeah, we missed Cass.
Okay. BK. Okay, do you wanna joke
Anika,
it? Yeah.
yeah, I actually, funny enough, always whenever I watch Man U games, actually, I can tell whenever David De Gea is gonna have a bad game. From the beginning of the game, actually, I saw the man how we built from the back. They pass the goalkeeper. Whenever the match starts, and then he panics, he kicks the ball out. Definitely, he won't have a good game. That's another factor which did cause us actually that like he switches off. It's one keeper. If you shoot at him, he makes one save, and then that's it. He's on the whole game. But once he makes that one mistake, he's off the whole game. So for me, some of the goals he shouldn't have considered actually more like the Saka goal. You can see that the player is gonna take a shot actually from a distance. Position yourself well. The first pole is covered. Obviously, he's gonna go for the far post. So for me, it's something which
Yeah.
he needs to work on it actually.
No,
Switching
I've
on
been
and
saying,
Uh,
I've been saying since last week, like we need to really take a look at how good these keepers really are, or how bad they actually
yeah.
are. Low,
Uh,
because you look at Lloris. Mm-hmm.
yeah, no, I've noted that, BK. We will definitely have that conversation on goalkeepers on our
Yeah,
debate
no,
days.
no.
Terence, I saw you were talking, but we're gonna come back to that Saka goal. Yeah, I'll give you a chance. I'll give you a chance. I just wanna we're gonna come back to Arsenal. I just wanna touch on United here, and I'm gonna be on the United fans here. BK, how did you feel on Vegas starting the game? As far as I thought from my side, I really thought you guys were gonna get into that game and suck the pressure and go on the counter.
I felt he was good. I felt he was good enough. Yes, he's just adjusting to the squad, trying to learn how everyone around him plays. He was dropping back, reminded me of Benzema at times, dropping back, helping out, and I thought he was good. Not the fastest player, but it is unfortunate that we have wingers that don't use his height, because you have a Marcus Rashford that cuts in, you have an Anthony that cuts in, and not squares the ball inside for him to put his head on it. So that's the worrying factor for me, that the type of wingers we have, will they be able to accommodate him? Because I feel he's best suited when the ball is in the air, using his height. But these boys want to cut in and then play the low shot, things like that. The person that will give you maybe a ball to attack with your head is Bruno, and definitely Eriksen. But when you're on a counter, the wingers, obviously, they're the ones up front, and which is Anthony and Martial. So hey, I'm worried. I'm worried if he'll get goals, if we will get goals out of him purely because of that. But man, he's good. He's good. We'll see how things go.
Pretty last thoughts.
For me, actually, he does what Ten Hag wants him to do, which is to drag defenders out of position so that he can create spaces for Rashford. Actually, if we could say Rashford had more freedom, actually, like acting more like a second striker more than him. What they do actually, they were playing long balls to him in order for him to just hold the play or just shift the play to the uh, uh wing attackers actually. So for me, he's playing really good. He's playing really good. He's one of those players whereby you can't take them out up until I don't know when. You need them for the physical appearance which they have actually, because he does defend well whenever we have set pieces to defend. And going forward, actually brings that physical strength actually for long balls to hold the play up until your counter wings come in actually.
Terence.
Workhorse. That's what I'm gonna call him. He's a working horse. He had a better game than Anthony. He had a better game than Anthony. I'm just disappointed how Anthony played in that game. Big game. It was nowhere to be seen. Yes, he got a couple of touches that looked a bit dangerous. It's not the topic currently, but I think it's something that needs to be discussed also.
All right. What is that topic?
Yeah, Anthony, his price tag and the level of play he is,
All right.
and what he has brought.
But Anthony is good, man.
Okay. Okay, I know what you guys start.
Was Anthony, full stop.
I know when you guys start. I've written it down. I've written it down. Theo, I don't know if you have anything to say about Vegost. I don't want to. Okay, yeah, I don't want us to dwell on this conversation. All right, Mr. Arsenal, your team played very well. From my side, I have to comment, especially in the last 10 minutes. Honestly, okay, I don't know if I'm gonna be going against the United fans, but I did say when I was watching the game with BK and G to say the way you guys played that last 10 minutes, honestly, it was bound to come. I don't know. I don't want us to go and okay, maybe we can. We've got some time. Firstly, I'm gonna ask you to comment on Saka and Rashford. Okay, I'm gonna ask you three goals now. Three questions. Let me ask you the first one. Ne? I want you to comment on Saka's goal, ne? And then tell me, was this something that could have been done by the United defenders? Because it felt like you were disagreeing a bit with Priji.
Okay. Oh, should I answer?
Answer. I don't want to confuse you. Answer, yeah.
No, I was gonna actually touch on Rashford's goal also. I just
we're coming
believe. Sure. I really believe that it was a brilliant goal. The United defense were not supposed to allow him so much space, so
Keeper?
much time on the keeper. There was a lot of bodies in front of him also. That's the one excuse that I can honestly give him. And that it was a brilliant shot, honestly. It looked like he could have got to it. Maybe he thought that, you know what, I'm in the perfect space in order to, block either side. But he looked really close that he was going to get it. But it was a brilliant shot. Let's not take away from how brilliant the shot was and the way he moved in, how he called the ball. It was amazing. And Rashford's goal, top class. Top class. Both in England internationals, they're doing the most. I was so happy. Like, sometimes when you are watching football and a team goes 1-0 down, but when you see the manner of the goal, the way how Workhorse, how he just moved the defenders aside, and Rashford saw the opportunity and he saw an opening and he was like, you know what, if I shoot here, there's definitely a chance to score. And with Saka's opportunity also, you could see that it was a young competition between the youngsters, which is quite nice and healthy to see. Rashford goes to celebrate there in front of the Arsenal fans. Saka does the same thing. So it was brilliant, excellent football that I saw from those two guys. Amazing.
All right. Was the last goal offside?
Clearly it was not offside. You could see the manner. The thing is that
no, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at Pretty. I'm laughing at Pretty.
I know Man United fans or players, like, also this is what I do sometimes. That's why I can be honest about it. When a game doesn't go your way, it's never nice to go watch analysis. It's never nice. It's not the best thing to watch because you know your team lost. But I'll tell you that I watch Sports Talk, I watch ESPN, I watch repeatedly. I watched the highlights 3 times. 3 times. And I can tell you for sure that goal was not offside.
Pretty?
It's funny how, like, I said this on Thursday. You see, Terence, you have to join the Thursday debates. I said this on Thursday. If you do recap, Anika, I said, if Arsenal gets a chance whereby VAR has to intervene and they won't intervene because of the home ground advantage. Remember, I said this. And I feel like they owe it for what Man U capitalized on in Old Trafford. You see, it's the same case. It's the same case. It happened in Old Trafford. We took the win, and then Arsenal fans were not happy. Even now, we're not happy, but it happened. We can't change that. But then, do me a solid on this, Anika. Let's touch on one player on Thursday. Oligard. That boy is good. He's definitely good. And I feel like at this point, we're underrating that boy. We don't say much about him. He's really good. He's the one who won the match for Arsenal. Actually, after they equalized, it was 1-1. He had a back injury. I was praying. I was like, go off, motherfucker. Go off, motherfucker. Only for him to soldier on with it, actually. So please, guys, let's touch on that boy, actually. There's a pass which he made. It dribbled, I think, scored in the middle and made a weird pass out
Oh
of
yeah,
nowhere.
yeah.
I was like,
I
fuck
saw
it.
that.
How
I saw
did you
that
do
shit.
that?
I saw that shit.
Yeah.
I saw that shit.
So it was a beautiful game, though. For me, the best match so far in the season.
All
No,
right.
no disrespect to the game of Liverpool and Man City so far, but that was the best game, filled with young players and energy.
All right. BK, I know you. It's not offside, right?
Yeah,
It's not offside.
come again. No. I thought Zinchenko was offside.
Okay.
He's the one initially that I thought would have been offside, but apparently he wasn't offside. But I didn't think who's the goal scorer? Nketiah. I didn't think he was offside. Saka was playing him on. But yeah, well done, Arsenal. Cracking game. Deserved to win it. They pushed us last 10 minutes, as they did with Newcastle, but didn't get the result. United was just there. It was just there the last 10 minutes. So they deserved it overall. I was proud of them. You know, Ten Hag has been here about 6 months, and they played well against the team sitting at the top, whose manager has been with them 2 years plus. But I'm excited for United for the future, and if he can get things right, the mentality right, and everything else, I think we'll be a force again.
All right.
Anika, can I ask BK something?
Wait.
10 seconds.
Sharp.
BK, you said that we are winning the league. Those thoughts gone down.
No, I said we are contenders. We're contenders. And
we still.
now it's tough because if we had won that game, we would have given ourselves a chance. Now, the chance is almost gone. Remember, they still have to play City 2 games. I'm hoping City murders them all 2, and the third game.
I'm gonna call you.
All right.
I'll call you.
No, you call me. Pep knows how to chase down a team. We've seen it with Liverpool. He knows how to chase down a team. So I hope he'll pull a masterclass and give Newcastle United a chance to maybe have a say in the league as well.
All right. Theo, I saw your hand. I was actually going to ask you, are you going? You're muted. You're muted. You're muted. You're muted.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm saying my battery is low. If there will be another Zoom meeting after this one, I'll join in. It's just in 5 minutes, I'll get like 15 or 20.
Sharp. You can check on us. You can definitely check on us.
Sharp.
All right. Gentlemen, quickly. I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna start with you, Terence. Which player would you start in your squad? Saka or Rashford? And which one was the better goal? Saka's or Rashford's?
Hey, who would I start in my team? I would definitely say Saka.
Okay.
You know why? Rashford, yes, he does give you that. Both of them are goal threats, but Saka, he is someone that can carry the ball. Not only on the line, but he can actually cut in. And you can see how he plays. Like he's a winger, but he actually goes within he goes to the second defender. He doesn't go to the first defender. In some cases, he goes to the second defender. His movement is just brilliant, man. In terms of who was the better goal, Rashi's goal though. But let me go with Saka, dog. I won't lie. Saka's goal was in the middle of defenders. In the middle of defenders.
Okay.
Come on, let's be serious. And he nearly scored a similar goal to show that it wasn't luck. He hit the crossbar, showing that, hey, you better watch out.
Pretty.
Before I answer, can I ask Terence one question? Terence, who's your best player when it comes to defending in your team?
The Mbappe of centre backs, William Saliba.
Thank you. Rashford killed Thomas Partey and William Saliba before he scored that goal. He made them look like clowns. He played them Mbappe football. So for me, dog, I'll say that Saka is he's a player on form, but I can't rate him that much. Rashford is a monster, dog. He's a monster. Last season, I feel like he was going through some shit, but the season before, you saw that the kid has the ability to do wonders. Actually, the kid is really good, though. He's really good.
Yeah.
For me, I feel like if he gets that opportunity to just put that boy in some team whereby he can get those passes, more like your City team, your Real Madrid team. He can do something which can't be undone, though. Defenders fear that ball. They fear him. You see, whenever defenders they defend against him, actually, they start running before he starts running. It tells about you that okay, dog, he should be the man.
All right.
Dog,
Can we both agree that they are better than Grealish?
Wow.
These boys are better
100%.
than Grealish. Can we agree on
100%
that?
so.
How did we get?
Okay.
Who's Grealish?
Okay.
How
Okay.
did we get here?
Mamela,
Okay.
I want to
Okay.
give the Man United fans
Okay.
a deal.
Anika, can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Come on.
Can
Wait,
I ask Anika something?
Wait.
Start one, sell one, bench one. Foden, Saka, Rashford.
Ooh. At their best.
At the best.
Yes.
I start
they're
Foden, I bench Saka, I sell Rashford. Honestly. At their best. At their
Guys.
best. Not this Foden. Not this Foden now. But at their best. I take Foden to play, Saka on the bench, and Rashford sell. But anyway.
I'll go with Foden. I would bench this boy Rashford. I would sell Saka.
Batsubile matekwane.
It's done, Panaras.
Okay, it's fine. It's fine. We can also have this discussion. Let me put it. And then we'll make our argument. I just don't want us to dwell on it now. In any ways, Pretty, you've chosen Rashford goal, so it means that you're choosing Rashford for your team.
Yes.
All right. BK?
Who do you start between Saka and Rashford, ne? That was the first question.
Yeah.
Who do you put on it? For me, it's Rashford. There's no debate about it. I mean, if you look at the stats, the goals, assists as well, the impact he's had on the team, it's been nothing short of brilliant. I mean, we were looking at a stat the other day that since the restart from the World Cup, he scored more goals than anyone else, even more than Haaland. I think he scored one more goal than Haaland. So how you would start Saka over him, I don't know. So I would definitely put Rashford in my team. And then in terms of the goal, Jesus Christ. Both goals were brilliant. What Saka did was not right. And what Rashford did, the nutmeg on Partey, then made Saliba look like Harry Maguire. That was not right. So the goal one is a tough one. It depends on what type of person you are, what type of goals you like. But if gun to my head, I would say the Saka goal for me was. So start Rashford, but in terms of the goal, Saka goal, mainly because it's a curler. Yeah.
Terence, 30 seconds. Whatever you have to say.
The one thing that I can say is that these Man United fans are being unfair due to the fact that we're not saying at their best. Let's look at Saka. Saka was not even on form when he was getting his assists at the beginning of the season. And Rashford was also not having a good time back then. But look at the consistency of this boy. Besides him being a player of my team or anything of that note, but look at the consistency of this boy. He's bagging in goals and he's still getting assists. When he was at his worst, he was getting assists. And they were like, no, this boy is not at his greatest level, but look at how he was playing.
All right. Let's leave it at that. We'll have a deeper conversation on that. Hopefully Thursday. G, which goal?
Yeah, when it comes to consistency and who I have to start, definitely at the moment it would be Rashford. Like, he's very good, and I've been saying it in the past games. But when it comes to the goal, I'll go with Saka's goal because of the angle, the position, and the defense, everything. Like, it was just packed, as Terence said before. The defense was packed, but he still got away to make sure that the goal.
All right, gentlemen, I think if we can log off and log back in so that we can discuss the Italian Giants Juve.